Howdy, my name is Irené and I was in the graduate student program with Arise Africa. Arise gave me an incredible opportunity to attend one of the best colleges in the United States to study computer engineering. So I was born in a refugee camp in the northern province of Zambia in a camp called Maheba. Both my parents are Burundian and they were unfortunately part of the genocide back in the 1990s that both Burundi and Rwanda had experienced. This forced my parents to flee from their country. They eventually moved down to Zambia, and after they had met and gotten married, they had me and had my sisters a couple years later. My parents made it down to the capital, Lusaka, which is where my dad found his passion for pastoral work. So growing up in Zambia was difficult. A lot of times we didn't have access to water or electricity. We had a very loving family growing up. My parents, despite them working very hard most of the day, even on weekends, they made a lot of time for me and my sisters. My mom used to teach me and my sisters outside of work. She always made sure that we were doing our very best in school. They always made time for us, no matter how busy their schedules were. So I got to know Arise Africa because a lot of the members of our church back home worked on staff for Arise. I think I was 11 or 12 years old whenever I first met Alyssa, who's the executive director of Arise Africa. She had heard about the church we went to and started attending, and also bringing all the mission trippers to our church whenever they would come through. She made sure that my sisters and I felt loved and felt included. Once I had gone through high school, I was very involved in my school. I had good grades. I had a lot of extracurriculars and all the stuff that, would hopefully lead to getting into a good college. Alyssa, obviously knowing the lack of funding from my family, asked me what my plan was for college. I didn't really know what to tell her at the time because I didn't want to, commit to anything that would put my family in financial distress. She asked me what I wanted to study, and I told her I wanted to do engineering. I really loved math and sciences throughout school. Being an Aggie, she was ecstatic. She talked to me about A&M and applying there. I was excited too because I heard this was a great school and this was above and beyond anything that I would have ever thought of even considering. I applied to A&M and ended up getting in. It was such a blessing. I remember the day that I got the acceptance letter. I told my parents and they were so excited. So my time in college was nothing like I would have ever expected. Moving here from Zambia was a very big culture shock. I joined several different organizations that all had an element of service. It helped me integrate into the culture of A&M as a whole and helped me meet lifelong friends. I've had so many great experiences with them, gone on many trips, been involved in a lot of service projects. I know how much of an opportunity this is, and I did not want to take it for granted. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of my sponsors. It's been amazing to meet them, talk about each of our stories, and talk about how they heard about Arise or heard about me. It has been even more of a blessing to be able to know them personally and be involved in their lives. And because of that, and because of Arise, I was able to go throughout college, and because of my sponsors as well, they were able to help fund my college career and help me get my degree. Upon graduation, I was blessed to be able to have a job lined up to work as a software engineer at Amazon, which has been incredibly life-changing. Now that I have this degree, I feel incredibly blessed to be able to have this skill set that I can use pretty much anywhere in the world. And I know this will give me the opportunity to give back to everyone that has paved the way for me and to those who want to pursue this opportunity. I really hope to one day be able to go back home, and just so we can all be a part of elevating the community that we grew up in to make a better life for the next generations.